I was live. I'm still having some kinks in my website, in my software, but and I don't be on here. I be going through my emotional things, growth, um, learning a lot of stuff out here. Just healing thyself. You have to heal from various things in life. So I don't be on here a lot. I be trying, but when I'm in my feelings, I know I need to learn how to work past my feelings. But when I'm having emotional issues, I just don't want to deal with nothing or nobody. I don't even have energy to talk to people. But I was thinking about some stuff because some things happened to me, and it was funny. And I have to. I think I saw well because of the pandemic. It's been a lot of stuff going on in relationships. People are forced to be in the house with each other and not with a side piece, or can't go see their side piece without getting caught or whatever. But they're not getting along and end up, husbands beating their wives and such, that I've been hearing about, you know. But in my experience, honestly, in my experience, how do you thirst check a guy? How do you see who he is, but not giving up the cakes too soon? I know men be, out here saying that they gonna think less of you if you have sex with them on the first night. They just talk to get you to drop your drawers early so they won't have to go through all the hoopla, the courting, the spending their money on you, all these different things. I'm still working on my software because I reduced the stuff, but it's still saying 10%. But hey, uh, men say all type of things to get you to do what they want, so they won't have to put forth a lot of effort. You just drop your drawers, and then that's another notch on his belt. But how you really thirst check a guy and see who he is holding out and just getting to know him. You can learn a lot about him. Men are visual. I don't care if they visually impaired, they still will feel you with their hands, which is still visual. He still have to see who he got to touch you. That's why when you're on social media and dudes want a picture of you before he go any further. He don't want to see who you are inside yourself. He want to see who you are outside yourself. It don't really matter to some of them who you are in the inside, because their first agenda is the cakes. Not all, some. But they still visual. In my youth, I was visually attractive. I think I'm still visually attractive. I let myself go a little bit, but what I've learned in my years of being visually attractive, they didn't care who I was in the inside or what I thought. They just cared about the external stuff, and they was in love with other parts of me more than they loved who I was on the inside. Some of them probably shocked by who I am, you know, really, because you know we compete for these guys. But anyway, um, I wrote some stuff down on my phone to make sure I get it all out. Um, you shouldn't be bothered that he find you attractive. Um, you shouldn't be bothered that he's visual, because you can't change that. Um, but what you can change is how you approach the getting to know him part. You can't change the fact that sexual part and the way you look attracted him to you, but you are in control of where it goes. Don't you be a thirsty chick. Control yourself. If he kiss you and it hit below the belt, control yourself. You need to see who he is. You really, as a female, to protect yourself, you need to really see who he is, because you can end up with some crazy man jumping out of the bushes, killing you and a friend that he suspected was somebody you was messing with. So you need to thirst check them. Um, don't rush into giving him the cakes. Like I said, um, you have to control yourself. You need to see who he is, uh, and how he handles not giving, how he handles you not giving him the cakes, how he handle it, you know, um, how he reacts. How do he react when he don't get the booty? Is he a whiner? Do he whine about it? Will he say anything to get, whine? I really need it. I need to see what it's like before this go any further. Uh, Not knowing that you might lose interest in him because he might not be interesting to you anymore once you see what he working with. But is he a whiner? Will he say any and everything to get in your drawers? Is he a player? Is he smooth with his tone? You got some dude that'll talk you out of him, but it's the difference between a whiner and a person who is smooth with it and trying to talk you out of it, saying all the nice, the sweetest things. It's still like the whiner, but it's just a little bit different. He'll, hey, beautiful, how you doing today? Macking you. So they are similar, but some of them go about it differently. But I think I would like the smoother one better than I would the whiner, because the whiner will get on your nerve in a relationship, and the smooth one in a relationship, um, he will be smooth at trying to get you to do certain things for him in a nice way, versus the whiner. The whiner gonna get on your nerve, and at some point that whining gonna irk you. But the smooth one, who is smooth at trying to talk you out of your, he gonna be smooth, period. He gonna be smooth throughout the relationship and getting you to do a lot of other things, like cook him something to eat, or if he, in the middle of the night type of stuff, he might be smooth with that. I'm me personally, I don't like whiners. You need to see who he is and on how he handled himself. The whiner, I said the whiner, the smooth. Will he get angry? Now the whiner is also that can get angry. The smooth dude, he might get angry if you play with him. But if you obviously play with him, he might get mad and like. But the whiner, he gonna get mad, angry, yeah. And you don't want the angry one. He's angry because he can't have you. It depends. Let's say if you talk to him 6 months, 7 months down the line, he might get mad because that's a lot, and you playing with him, and you ain't. That's a lot. But a week or so, 2 weeks in, a months in, and he tripping, and he ain't, he whining, he crying, he being a baby. Yeah, no, that's just me personally. If he's angry, forceful, um, ain't nothing wrong with a little aggression. Not if he's trying to force you to do it, but a little aggression because he's hungry. He's hungry for you, and he's around you all the time, and that's understandable. But if he's trying to force himself and he's angry and all that stuff, yeah, those are facts. Those are things that will show you who he is. That's how you thirst check a guy. You don't just give the cakes up soon, because if you give him up, you don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know whom he is. You don't know who he is. I've had instances where I've heard guys jump out of bushes, peeking through your window, doing all type of stuff because you didn't thirst check him. You didn't see if he was a whiner, if he was a player, if he was an angry dude, if he was the controller, you know. How would you know if somebody controlling? How you know if he's is a controlling person if a week or two into the relationship, he's trying to see who the people is in the background of you talking, like he's persistent of who is that type of stuff. I understand if he's trying to protect himself and see who you hanging with and who what type of people you hanging with to protect himself, then that's fine. But I'm talking about the always want to know who that is talking, or if he hears somebody talking, he stopped talking to listen. nosy type, and he only knew you for a week or two. That's only, that's kind of some. It's all about how he do it. Still and all, it's still all how he does it, because he need to protect himself. But it's if every time he hears somebody talking, he's stop talking to listen, or um you got to know whom in the room with you every time. Who is this person? Who is that person? Asking you 1,001 questions. You. Sorry, somebody text me. You. That's how you can tell if he controlling. Um, if he asks you 1,001 questions, you want to know who this person and that person is. I'm sorry, I had to brush through it because I went past all that. I didn't even say everything. You want to know if you're a gentleman. You really need to know if you're a gentleman. A gentleman is not all about opening the doors, the car doors. It's not all about opening the doors, closing the doors, pulling your chair out. It's all about his respect level. Do he respect you as a woman? Not because he the finest thing walking and he can get any chick he want to have, so he want to just treat you any kind of way. But it's he respect your womanhood, not that, because people need to earn respect, earn levels of respect, but he respect you as a woman. Respecting you as a woman means if you out on a date with him, right, and you just met him, and he take you on a date, and there's some fine filly walking around, and he ain't gawking at her, that's respect. But if you with some guy and you out and you having a nice dinner with him and he gawking at some woman, he's not respecting you as a woman. You're a dime a dozen type of chick, bye type of female. But if he's a gentleman, he's not gonna make you feel awkward when you out on a date because he gawking at every pretty chick that's walking past. That is a gentleman. He respect you as a female. He respect your presence. You understand what I'm saying? You that's how you find out. That's how you thirst check them, and that's how you really see whom you're dating, whom you're talking to. If you take your time, I have happened to be a strong-willed female, and really, I dealt with some stuff in my lifetime, but you got to use your head. Let me say it that way. I'm not gonna say I didn't have no issues with dudes, and I ain't meet some. I danced with a couple, and he was all on my phone, like, who is that type of, but he didn't know I was, experienced and stuff, and I was like, then he did some old foul stuff to a friend of mine, hit her with some stuff. And I tried to tell her, and she was like, he nice, he this, he that, he blah, blah, blah. No, and I was like, no, his approach towards me was, I danced with him a few times at a club, and he took me behind this speaker thing. I guess what people used to be, club stuff. And I danced with him back there, but I didn't let him get too fresh with me. He didn't try to force himself on me, but it was the conversation over the phone, and his approach to trying to see who the people was in my background and calling my phone too much type of stuff. And I only danced with you a couple of times, and we talking on the phone, and now you already my dude, or you feel you have the privilege to ask me certain things. And maybe, like, my friend tried to get me to talk to him, and I was like, no, because he was her guy friend, and her guy and him got into it, and she butted in defending her friend, and he attacked her. So I mean, even I felt bad that happened to her, but at the same time, it helped me clarify that I was correct on judging him the way I judged him as a man. And maybe it penciled something for her as well, to see how you see who dudes are. So you got, you learning thirst checking these guys about the booty. It's teaching you who they are, what they will do for it, how they gonna treat you, et cetera, et cetera. Gentleman, smooth, player, angry, whiny man, controlling, abusive man. Control of abusive men was that guy. You know, you dance with him a couple times and he call you on the phone. Now he want to know who this, who that, where you're at. You know, he want to know all these questions that he shouldn't be asking yet, unless I volunteer them with them. You know, months into a relationship or getting to know a person, that's when all those other factors come out. But it's just certain levels of his aggressiveness when you first meet him to tell you a lot about him. Like if he blowing your phone down, he thirsty for the booty, you know. But it's all with what he's saying when he's calling you, you know. If you beautiful, you know, he calling you like he's thirsty for the booty, and then you just got to down him down some. You don't want no controlling man, you know, asking questions too soon. Certain questions. You know, listen to your background all the time. Even though he needs to protect himself, because you know some treacherous chicks out here. It should be casual conversation. Nothing too serious when you first meet him. You know, like asking questions like what you like to do to release frustration. You know, what kind of job you got? Do you work? Blah blah blah. The first couple of weeks into a relationship, but it's really about his control level. Some women might think it's cute if he's acting kind of jealous too soon. Certain things he's doing before he even have sex with you. If he have sex with you, it turns it up a notch. Unless you have sex with him too soon. But it still depends on the type of guy, because you got different type of dudes. You got alpha guys out here that's out here player. Then you got these beta ones and the ones below a beta, you know, the weaker ones that, you know, ain't really getting the booty like that. And he just staked his claim in you the first night he had sex with you. You his. That's why you gotta you have to thirst check them. You got to see if he you have to see how he's gonna behave, how he gonna react to you, how he if he don't get it when he want it, what he gonna do. You know, if he gonna treat you, is he gonna call you out your name? All these things is a factor in who this person is, to protect yourself. You know, y'all young girls out here having fun with these little guys because they cute, and then you end up in an abusive relationship or end up getting killed or harmed or hurt. You know, getting your family hurt, or you know, he's smashing your cousins or different things. You know, you have to thirst check these guys in a lot of different ways. I have so much of things that I have learned over the years, but today's lesson is about thirst checking them and seeing what they will do and say and how they react when they don't get it when they want